What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Boogie2988 has been caught in 4K plagiarizing directly from the Talentless Writer's video. And this is a very sensitive topic for not just me, but the entire content creator community. And after Bomber Guy's video came out exposing Illuminati and all these other channels that just basically plagiarize everything they do, you would think it's a very sensitive topic for content creators to make sure, especially now, but always, but especially now, to avoid plagiarism. And what happened today with Boogie releasing this video and how bad it is coming across as basically stealing word for word, not just what the script was, but also the same content creator examples that were used by the Talentless Writer, and everything that's involved with this is a terrible look for Boogie. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for my full article. I will link it in the description, talking about this catastrophe of plagiarism from Boogie2988 and how this is so unbelievable and even more so unforgivable. Boogie, the guy that just can't seem to do anything right these days, does the most horrific thing you can do as a content creator. Straight up steals a video script, straight up steals information, and plays it off as his own. And you would think that in itself would be bad enough, but no, he takes it a step further and tweets out how, well, it's now deleted now, but he tweeted out how he never saw this guy's video before, and he just random situations of the universe, everything just aligned, and they used all the same words and all the same script and all the same examples, and apparently he thought better of that and ended up deleting that tweet because he realized it looks stupid at the end of the day. So basically, not only was he caught stealing in 4K, but he also was caught lying afterwards, saying that he never saw the video. He's since talked to the Talentless Writer and they've worked things out in the background, but there's a lot we got to talk about in this video. First off, here's a couple of clips from the Talentless Writer who talked about the situation, and, well, just hear for yourself just how similar this is.
When you're starting out on YouTube, before you have any sort of sizable audience, you're fueled by hope. Hope that one day you're going to be known amongst all the other people you watch. Hope that you'll make money off doing what you love, and hope that you'll have tons of subscribers who love your videos.
When you first start making YouTube videos, you are driven by one thing, and that is hope. Hope that you can create a career out of it. Hope that you will entertain people. Hope that you can make something amazing.
Once you quit your job or school and focus solely on making money through YouTube, you are now being fueled by fear. Every day goes from, I wonder if this video will blow up so people will notice me, to, oh fuck, if this video doesn't do well, I'm not gonna be able to eat.
But when you quit your job and make YouTube a full-time gig, you're motivated by a whole other thing, and that's fear. Fear that you're going to earn enough money to survive doing it.
Now, full disclosure, before I even dive into that, Boogie2988 has long been a legend and an idol to me personally. And just last month, he followed me back on Twitter, which blew my mind. And then this happened, and I'm like, come on, man. Like, I love you. I love your stuff. I love everything you've done. And then you do plagiarism, and then you lie about it. Why do you always let everyone down, Boogie? It's just like, it's part of your personality at this point, and I think that's why people are so forgiving of you, because people get it. You're just a can't do anything right, kind of down on their luck guy, and this, of everything, is the one thing that you shouldn't ever do. Don't steal content.
And logically, you'd think once it's your main job, you have more time so you can make more videos, which means you'll get more views and more money. That makes sense, right? But that's not how it really works, because YouTube isn't like a regular job. In a regular job, if you go from working 20 hours a week to 40 hours a week, you make double the money because you did double the work, or at least work double your hours. But on YouTube, you can go from making 4 videos a month to making 8 videos a month, or even 12 videos a month, and make even less money than when you were making 4 videos a month.
And here's the crazy thing about being a YouTuber. If you do more work, it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll make more money. If you work at a normal job with a wage or even a salary, and most of the time you do overtime, you'll probably get extra pay. But on YouTube, you spend that extra time making more videos and that video gets demonetized or doesn't perform well in the algorithm or your audience just doesn't like it, you'll probably end up earning less money.
So those are just a few examples that were provided by the Talentless Writer talking about how Boogie straight up stole his content. And Boogie made this post on Twitter talking about how he never saw the Talentless Writer's video, he'd never heard of the guy before, and it was just a coincidence, but he's gonna take the video down just to avoid any controversy or anything like that because he doesn't want it to be construed as stealing content straight up. Which was definitely a lie. I mean, let's be honest here. There is no way those things could have been said without at least watching that video. But, I mean, the script was straight up stolen. So, you had to have at least read what he wrote. At least someone gave you the information. You just read it straight up. Like, the same words would be bad enough. But using the same examples of the YouTuber. Like, you couldn't think of another one to be original? If you're gonna steal, do it with a little bit of work.
Meat Canyon, for example, instead of having a big team that's putting a shit ton of time, energy, and money into each animation, he could instead make commentary videos that take less time, have less money put into them, and actually get way more of a reward out of it because it's most likely not going to get demonetized. He can put a sponsor in the video without it ruining the story.
That's why you see in the case of Papa Meat, he's gone from making these really intense, incredible animations to doing commentary videos instead. And the reason's pretty obvious. With the amount of time and effort it took to make one of his animations, he can make like 1 million commentary videos, complete with sponsors, by the way. So you absolutely know that low effort content is going to make him more money.
So Boogie comes back after deleting the tweet saying that he's not going to keep his video up because it might be a bad look or it might come across the wrong way because he got caught in 4K. And he replaced it with a new tweet stating, "Talk to Talentless Right, and we met an agreement and understanding. I know that won't go a long way in the rumor mill, but this is just a case of parallel thinking. Anyone else would have doubled down for clout. He's a good man. Wish more YouTubers were like that. Thank you, dude." So the Talentless Writer strikes me as a very chill guy that's just like making his videos, doing his YouTube thing like I've done in the past, and make videos talking about stuff that interests you and giving a unique perspective. Like, that's the whole point of YouTube, which I don't understand all this plagiarism, because if it's YouTube, make it you. Like, why is that so hard to have an original thought these days? But I digress. The Talentless Writer went on to make his video, and now it's unlisted. I don't know why he doesn't just put it on his channel, but again, he doesn't want the clout. He just wants to get the video out there and say he feels like he was wrong. He talked to Boogie about it, and now he feels like he's been righted about it. Great. But that doesn't fix the problem of Boogie not only stealing the content straight up and plagiarizing, but then doubling down himself, lying that he didn't know anything about it.
Now, in Joel Haver's case, he's going the opposite route of what most YouTubers here are doing, and he's going to put in more time into his content and make less money, but that's because he's insane and not because it's a smart business move.
Then there's the interesting case of Joel Haver, who has been making weekly comedy videos for a long time, and he's decided to go a completely different route with it. Joel decided that he's not motivated by anything other than his own creative desire, so he stopped making weekly comedy videos and is now going to make monthly feature-long films. That's a crazy person, but I love that kind of crazy.
This has been a very trendy topic to talk about these days. It's something that I was planning on getting around to if I had the time, so I guess I can use this video as my outlet for that. But yes, there's a lot of content creators that are seemingly up and quitting. Tom Scott, a creator that I've followed for a very long time, who has nothing to do with video games, but such a fantastic, fascinating creator that always does these wild scientific things and these interesting videos that you'd never think about. And it's fun. And then you got MatPat doing his game theory stuff and stepping away from that, but continuing it. And people are curious as to why these content creators who have been doing this as their life passion for what seems like forever are all stepping away at seemingly the same time. So it's a hot topic to talk about, and I totally get that. But Boogie, someone who's been on the platform for as long as this guy has, going on since, what, the beginning of YouTube, basically. He's been there. This is a guy you'd want to go to for original thoughts on something like this, because he's been there the whole time. What are your thoughts, Boogie? Why can't you just make a video talking about this? Why do you have to steal someone else's? Why?
Boogie2988 plagiarized my script, which is, let's talk about this. So I don't know how much you keep up with YouTube, like what's going on in the sphere of YouTube, but a lot of you may know that there was a plagiarism video that just came out not too long ago about how there's been a lot of plagiarism on YouTube, and now I've been a victim of said plagiarism by this man right here. You see this guy? I drew Boogie out, and this is my thumbnail of my newest video, which is about why YouTubers are quitting. He's like, "Can I copy your homework?" I'm like, "Yeah, but just change some of it." He changed nothing.
Boogie has been trying to reignite his career for a while now. He had that documentary that came out that just completely embarrassed the background of his life and exposed it to everyone for how humiliating of a world that he lives in. And I thought that was interesting because it peeled the onion back and let us see into his life a lot more than most creators would ever show. But in doing so, he's exposed just how desperate he is to get back on top, to do anything he can to get that attention, to get that ad revenue, to get those sponsors, to get that money again. And literally people who are backed into a corner might start swinging and doing things you wouldn't expect them to do. And God, plagiarism is like the one thing you don't ever do. Granny Apple on Twitter said, "This is definitely something that someone who didn't plagiarize an entire script does. Why would you ever offer to take it down if you're so convinced that you haven't plagiarized anything, Boogie? Let me guess, something about making other people happy. Effing thief." I mean, it would be one thing if he got caught stealing this and was like, "You got me. I was, rushed. I was feeling lazy. I was, lean on that depression thing." That usually gets people out of trouble. Say, "I was in a tough spot and I just thought that this is," like, admit it. Come out, come clean. Say, you made a mistake. You take it down. You talk to the guy. You apologize. Move on from it and never do it again. But to double down, pretending like you never saw his video, makes it such a worse look. But again, I guess based off the history of what we've seen Boogie do, this shouldn't be too surprising for a lot of people. And personally, I've been through this before, maybe on a lesser scale, because it wasn't as directly word for word stolen like Boogie did here to The Talentless Writer. But people who've been following my channel for a while would know that way back in the day, like 5+ years ago, I made a video talking about cracks in the Nintendo Switch and all these oddly specific things that I said in the video and related it to. And then the Dreamcast guy made a video and did the same thing and followed the same trajectory and scrambled the order of the stuff. And yes, you could chalk it up to, just two creators thinking along the same lines, which that's fair. It could have been. I didn't take it that way. I felt like he borrowed some of the information and didn't give any credit to the creator. And I think here, with what's happening with The Talentless Writer, is he just wanted some credit from a bigger channel to be like, "Hey, I saw The Talentless Writer's video on this. Those are my thoughts on it. Like, that perfectly encapsulates how I feel. Let me try to expand upon that, give him the credit, send some viewers over his way, and then expand upon it." Why is it so hard for larger creators to give credit to smaller creators? It's a soft spot for me, and those of you who know me and have been around for a while would know that this is a very painful area of my life. It's a part that when I came out talking about it, I was threatened to be blackballed from a larger community, and then I took my video down feeling like I was being bullied off the platform with it and I didn't want any trouble. And then they blackballed me anyway, or at least didn't communicate with me the way they used to. I frayed that relationship. I burned that bridge by calling attention to something that I was frustrated about. And maybe I could have handled it better. The way that The Talentless Writer went about it was perfect. But going more in line with what's transpiring nowadays, after H Bomber Guy's video came out exposing the Cinemassacre plagiarism, the Illuminati plagiarism, like all these big channel plagiarisms, and it's just like, that is the death knell for a creator. Don't ever plagiarize. Like, you can do whatever you want. Well, don't do charity fraud either. You can do whatever you want nefarious out there. But when you go to the realm of plagiarism or charity fraud, that's not a very forgivable offense. People take a lot of passion in what they watch. They want to know that the creator that is making the video has passion for it, has their original thoughts for it. They trust that creator to make an original video that they can connect to. Otherwise, there's no trust. If you can't trust, then there's no relationship. If there's no relationship, they're not going to subscribe to you. If they're not going to subscribe to you, your YouTube channel isn't going to grow. I don't get why it's so hard to just not steal stuff. Can we just be straightforward about this? I don't know. I guess in this video, I just want to draw more attention to it. I still think Boogie has a chance to, keep the platform that he has, because it feels like every day he just does something really dumb, and he's embracing the LOL cow status of the internet guy, like the guy that just can't do anything right, and everyone just points and laughs at him, and it's almost like doing the wrong thing is becoming part of his shtick, and it works for him, which is crazy. And in a weird way, you gotta give him credit for that, because no other creator could be that stupid and still have a platform. So congrats, Boogie. This is something that truly needs to stop, and it really irks me on a level beyond just chatting about it. I made a full-on article if you guys want more details. Links, descriptions, references, all the information in this article. I'll put it in the description of this video. If you're interested for more, thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
Smash, J, smash, smash, J, smash, J, smash, smash, J, smash, J, smash.